So today I'm going to share with you something very, very juicy, because what I've learned only after 5 years of studying law of attraction and understanding how everything works, this is where it finally clicked. And only after I started making changes that drastically started to shift my life, my experience, and I never came back to the same place as I was before. So keep on watching if you want sustainable change in your life too. Everything is all right when you're going into that direction of feeling good, but when you are actually focusing on feeling good and doing all of those practices from law of attraction and everything, the thing is that you are running from negative emotions. So whenever you're up to doing any of those practices, ask yourself, are you actually doing this just because you want to run away from something that is negative? If yes, you're running away from yourself and you're abandoning yourself, you're self-rejecting yourself, your emotions. And this is why the pain intensifies, because it has to, in order for you to actually wake up, look at what's happening, and you can actually go into the real process that needs to take place first, and then you can move to the other things. But without that, there's no possible way for you to actually be fulfilled, happy, and healthy in your own body, in your own emotional body, and everything else around. So to easier understand this concept and how I actually see it now, the way I saw it before is essentially, let's say I had a broken leg. So in order for me to think, how can I actually dodge all of the pain that comes with broken leg, I thought, okay, I just put a band-aid on it and I will hope that it will heal, and I will focus on being healed, and I imagine myself running with it and everything. And then the moment I am reminded of it being broken, because it's literally like not in place and doesn't look right and doesn't feel right, but I need to even spend so much energy to actually focus on it being healed and everything being all right. The thing is that it doesn't work, and it's going to have that continuous pain, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse until I'm going to actually pay attention to it. So this is what exactly happened. So for 5 years, I did try to make it work just by good intentions, by focusing what's working well for me, on trying to feel good and so on. But the thing is that that pain from the broken leg kept on intensifying. This is where I found Teal Swan, Joe Dispenza, and all the other people that actually do the shadow work. So I right now only settled on Teal Swan's The Process. So essentially what happens here is that when we have that broken leg, we don't delude ourselves into thinking that it's healthy. We take the situation as it is, and we come with love to actually solve that situation as it is right now. So when you understand that you have a serious injury, you have a broken leg, even though you really do not want to go to the doctor, need to make sure that, okay, they actually look at it, they actually know if they need to maybe break it again, because sometimes that happens, or anything that needs to be done. This is self-love. So this is on the same level, on emotional level, what needs to be addressed with that emotional injury. You need to go with that love inside, and you need to see what actually needs to be done to address the issue. So that completion process really allows you to do that, or shadow work in general, or inner child work as well. Essentially, what happens when we go with that injury to the doctor, but in our situations, it's us, either someone who can help you with this particular process, does the work with us. We make sure to be in the process with it because it's our leg, right? And then after it's already put together, it's in place, we know that already we did everything, then we need to make sure to treat ourselves very nicely, caring, and then we focus on positive things when it's already time to do that, on healing, on seeing that leg being healed, imagining yourself running with it and everything, because it is time to do that. But you cannot skip the most important part that is in the middle of that process coming into life. So you can't expect great things happening too when life and yourself, your inner self, is screaming that it needs to be addressed. This is how that work is done.